I come from a company called Nangu from Prague, and I've come all the way here to, well, tell you a few obvious facts, deliver some marketing messages, and ask a few questions. You will answer some of those, I will answer some of the others. I will ask you to keep with me because I'll be going very fast in some parts, I will be going very slow in some other parts. And I will ask you to reframe your view of media and reframe your view of cloud and maybe reframe your view of this presentation. Are we ready to reframe? I'm here thanks to our partner, Telegroup, a local company who's already discussing different forms of business of IP television in this country with us. And you can actually see many of those things I will be telling you about up on our stand up there. So are we ready to go? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's look at the big picture. This is most of my presentation, actually. Let's look at the big picture. What's driving the business on the internet today? Well, I'm from the video platform company, so I have the obvious answer. All right? Let's ask ourselves the key question here, which I will answer. What business are we actually in? Because this conference is about security, it's about clouds, it's about terabytes, petabytes of data, about multiple redundancies and stuff. But what is this actually for? What's actually running on this platform? What's running on the infrastructure? Let's have a look. We have the nodes on the network. We have the connections between the nodes. All the data are flowing. What's actually driving the business? Is it the content? Is it the traffic? Let's have a look what was the content of the global internet over the last, let me think, 25 years roughly. Right, so let's look at the global IP or global internet traffic. I will interchange those two. There is some difference, but let's not go into detail. So what's the history of slow? Okay, I have to speak slow. Let's look at the history of the internet traffic, okay? This, well, not exactly, but this could be your 100 gigabyte USB stick. We all know it. We all can have it for $50. So, 100 gigabytes of data, year 1992, okay? Give me your guess. How long a time of global internet traffic do you fit in 1992 on 100 gigabytes of data? Any takers? Sir? Very well. 100 gigabytes of data took the worldwide internet 1 day to deliver in 1992. It was a wild guess, but it was an excellent one. Yes, that's right, 1 day. Okay. Well, let's keep fast forward 5 years, all right? 1997. Still the same volume of data, 100 gigabytes. How much time did it take the worldwide net to deliver that? That's right. Thank you. There was 1 hour. So there is a 24-fold growth of the internet traffic. What was the driver? Well, we know that. HTML, images, photographs maybe, the Netscape versus Microsoft Explorer browser, if I'm not mistaken. Basically HTML, nothing else. All right? Skip 5 years forward, and we will have to reframe again because in 2002, 100 gigabytes of data were delivered by the worldwide internet in 1 second. So it's 3.6 thousand times growth. Okay, what was the driver? It was media. It was media. No, it wasn't video. It was MP3, Napster. All the pop music in the world was suddenly digitized and shared. All right? We have to reframe because we cannot now start counting in nanoseconds for this one. So let's stick to 1 second, okay? We're switching from 100 gigabytes to 1 second. And we're moving further 5 years forward. So how many of these would flow through the internet in 1 second in 2007? Well, we have like 3 on top, so what's your guess about the total? 1 second, 2007? Say again?
1,000.
No, not really. Only 20. So the growth was 20-fold, okay? And it was the start of, pictures, Dropbox, all these things were kicking off, and then still, users are using the internet. They're not using it. They're not using your data centers. They're not using, the servers. They're using the content. The content is the king, and what you deliver to them is the king. Okay, so 2007, 1 second, 20 of those, okay? Now, I don't have 2012, but I think I have 2015. And, okay, any guesses how many of these flow through the internet in 2015, last year? In 1 second? Takers? No. All right, 202. So 10-fold growth. Okay, the growth is actually slowing. In the next 5 years, the prediction is it will only grow 3-fold to about 6, is it, terabytes per second? Yes, it is, I believe, yeah. Well, but my point is, what is actually being delivered over the net? Is it still HTML? Is it actually business? We have 202 of those small 100 gigabyte sticks, 2 terabytes of data every second delivered. How much of that do you think is video? Guesses? 80. Well, that should be the case in 2020. Today, it's 70%. So 70% of worldwide traffic nowadays is video, all right? It's not all entertainment video. 2% of that is actually surveillance. But still, video, okay? So the answer to my question is, we all are in the entertainment business, ladies and gentlemen. Because this is, and the growth is in the video. 70% today is going to be 80% in 5 years. Compound annual growth of video traffic, over 30%. It's only about being able to actually monetize it, all right? And how do you monetize video? Anybody heard about Netflix? Anyway, this conference is about cloud. And we have several customers who are streaming video from their platforms and our platform. Actually, we are streaming this in about 6 seconds every day, 100 gigabytes of data of video, mostly, well, let's say in Czech Republic, it's maybe like in 10 seconds, okay? So we're going about 60 gigabits per second steady stream out of busy hour. To both, we will see. Anyway, cloud. One of our customers famously said, oh, I'm running out of time. No, he didn't say that. He said famously, the cloud is like Viagra. The best results are delivered when it's used in private. So, our customers mostly use private clouds, or the infrastructure they can control, they can manage. And if they can't manage it, if they can't manage the network, they want to manage the infrastructure, because video requires very heavy computing power, lots of storage, and a total control over the network interfaces, but that's too technical. Let's have a look at what's available in the video business, in the television that's delivered over the internet today. And it can be delivered from the cloud, it can be delivered from your own platform, it can be delivered from existing platform and an add-on that we have installed. All sorts of combinations are available. You will see a lot of acronyms now, okay? One of them is IPTV, that's the simple one. IP television is what's called nowadays the television that's delivered over managed networks. I'm a telecommunications operator. I own the network all the way to the local loop. I can manage the bandwidth all the way to my customer. That's called IPTV. Half time, more than half time, thank you.
Napravili smo mali deal da pola izlaganja, samo da mahnem, da je prošlo 7,5 minuta.
Anyway,
so, continue.
That's the most obvious and simple idea is what you get on satellite. You can switch your channels. You get it over IP, just live TV. It's very simple. It's what you get in your hotels. Most hotel televisions now are IPTV, actually. So, but there is much more, as we will see shortly. The other brand or the other kind of television is OTT, or over the top, which runs over unmanaged networks. Much more interesting. You can reach all customers, not just your own customers, but all customers worldwide. Content is king. If you have content, you can deliver to anybody. We have a number of installations like this. And, well, more acronyms. Well, what I wanted to say here, to deliver to customers, you can't control the bandwidth too. You need to be able to deliver them the video at all times, even if their actual available bandwidth is very low. So what you have to use is so-called adaptive streaming, where when the bandwidth is available, you can deliver excellent high-resolution video. When the bandwidth is not there, you shrink down, and the video delivered is actually much narrower. It requires all sorts of preparations upstream. Obviously, you have to store all the data and stuff, but it's doable. It's very doable. And you will hear many acronyms when you want to and will go to the television business. I'm not going to go into them, but all of that is available today. Adaptive streaming, media, and even 4K. I mentioned Netflix, a proven business model of OTT, and you can, Netflix can deliver 4K video, 17 megabits to the home, if there is 17 megabits available to the customer, today. Much higher resolution than we see here, 8 times more. Much higher resolution than we see on most our TVs. Okay, so let's look at what the customer will see. He will see his channels, just like I mentioned. But he wants more. He wants to see the timeline over the channels, so he can see the electronic program guide. It's all available today. But let me tell you how my day starts. I used to wake up 6:45. I don't wake up 6:45 anymore. I wake more like 7:15, 7:20. But I still want to see the 7 o'clock BBC News. So what I do, I switch this on, and I just start the news from the beginning. I can do that. 7:25 or 7:17 or whatever, I start the top of the hour, BBC News just starting. Fantastic feature, okay? Of course, I can do that. I can watch a program that was online 5 days ago, 3 days ago. It's all available just from the EPG. Just scroll back, select, watch. I can record it, obviously. Nowadays, all cloud-based, which means the data is actually recorded on the operator's platform, and the client can select it at any time and stream it over again. I want to be able to buy some movie. We spoke about monetization. I want to have the selection of, top movies and pay my €2 to get them. I want to be recommended of what the others have watched or what the other believe is good. Not sure we share the taste here, but you get my point. And not just that, these screenshots are from a set-top box that you can see over there, but it's very similar actually on any mobile device, on a tablet, on a mobile phone. We have a tablet over there. You will see it's actually a bit better because the resolution is a bit better there. So even on the set-top box, you don't only need to view television. You can view stuff like applications, news, whatever is agreed or whatever is, there are tens of these applications. I can only show one. Anyway, so that's what's available today. How about tomorrow? And where's actually the business going? We said 5 years. 5 years maybe is your typical ROI calculation window. And I said you have like 30% compound growth of video traffic over those 5 years. How about 30% compound growth of business over 5 years? That's not bad. But you have to be, I believe, in the video business. So there will be definitely more acronyms and more nonsense about how to actually deliver the thing. But why do you deliver it? There definitely will be more data, we have seen that, that's clear. But there will be also more entertainment, and there will be more content. And in this business, content is king. As soon as you get content, the technology behind it is there. Data centers, our platforms, whatever. And again, it can be existing installation that's added on. It can be a greenfield installation, all sorts of possibilities in this business. But being in the business means, in my view, a assured growth. Yes, more business. So, with this, all right, thank you. Just on time. With this, back to the big picture. The television is not going to go away. It is going to grow. It is going to get better. It is going to get higher resolution, and there will be more channels. The question is, who's going to get the money? All right? With that, I am just asking you for one more thing. Be ready.